one thing I notice about black people in the media a lot of times is that we're very reactionary and we have like an aggy energy to where everything that happens is like we get poked and niggas want to hop out and crash out. And it's like, bro, you don't have to do that. Sometimes people are provoking you so they can get traction. Sometimes people are provoking you so they can get a reaction out of you. And when you react, they get what they want. They get what they desire. And that was attention. Another thing that I found, which is kind of crazy, is that Adin Ross has lost some sponsorships. He's lost, I think he was going to stream with an NBA player. He couldn't do that, and he was going to hop on with Drake, and he wasn't able to do that either. Going down some comments, we don't speak on toxic femininity enough. And that's what I'm saying. When it's toxic femininity, when there's a woman who, like I said, ostracizes an audience, Doechii's main thing when black males or when males in general found out about Doechii, it was she had that boom bap hip hop song that was on her mixtape. When she was like, "Oh, somebody get Top on the phone." Okay, that was a fire song, but that song being the first rollout was strategic to get people like me and people who listen to lyrics and real hip hop heads on her side. But okay, she's a dope artist. So don't do the bait and switch. One thing I really don't like is when artists and labels or just companies do the bait and switch, where they'll throw something out there to get your attention and get you to align with them. And the minute you align with them, then they pull the rug up under you and they be like, "Ha, I got your attention. Now I'm really representing this." And that's what Doechii did. And once I kind of seen that's what she did, I took my foot off the gas. I don't support Doechii like that. I think she could rap, but I don't like the bait and switch that she did with black men, or not even black men, just men in general, just to come out and say that straight men wear a red flag. And we have to hold her to that. You know what I'm saying? We have to hold her to that. We have to hold her to that. Going on comment, instantly had probably one bad experience with black escort. The attitude and held that in his heart forever. Kind of more hip hop than Adin. Yep. Treat Adin like what he is. No problems. I agree. That's facts. Music is a science. Yep. I can't defend Doechii after what she said about straight men. Me neither, dog. That's kind of like my whole. That's really one of my main things. Is like, bro, I'm not gonna. One thing about me, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I don't stand next to you just because you're black, bro. Just because you're black does not mean that I'm gonna stand next to you when somebody of the outside race or culture attacks you, bro. What type of work have you done?
So I'm explaining what I'm doing.
Out of the blacks.
And this is Adin Ross admitting that he is going to be donating money and doing, trying to do some charity work to clean up his image.
Small businesses.
So I'm explaining what I'm doing, chat, because a lot of people think I'm not doing this because I'm racist. I'm just trying to prove a point here that these people that want
not just because I'm racist. Hold on.
Think I'm not doing this because I'm racist.
Let's slow this down a little bit. What did he say? Did he say not because I'm racist? Hold on, let me do this.
A lot of people think I'm not doing this because I'm racist. I'm just trying to prove a point here that these people that want to fight so hard about certain shit, why don't you guys do anything good for where you come from? I give out $100,000 to my city. I'm going to give out $100,000 to a lot of other people's businesses and stuff. Why can't they do it too? Why not? You know what I mean? It rubs me the wrong way. Why not? You could say these things, but actions speak way louder than words. I think we can all agree. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Out of the black small businesses.
So,
and if that's what he chooses to do, I don't think that's going to absolve his actions. But, money is money. You know what I'm saying? Money talk, bullshit, walk 1,000 miles. So we got another clip right here where somebody actually did get some money. Somebody got some money. Or they got paid to say they got money. Either way, we got a paid
and put me on to some crypto shit. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to let y'all know. Adin Ross took care of me. He blessed me with what he said he was going to do and put me on to some crypto shit. To me, that's a stand-up guy. I don't know Adin Ross. He don't know me. But guess what? He my brother now. And guess what? I still stand on what I said about him. I don't give a fuck. I'm a black woman, but I'm on Adin's side because we tired of these industry plants. This year alone, Doechii had millions of streams removed because of bots. You know what I'm saying? On Spotify. And so did her whole other teammates on that label that either are still with TDE or left. They all had bots. All of them. So, excuse me when I say I'm all the way with Adin Ross on this. I want to publicly say I appreciate you, Adin Ross. Thank you very much for that blessing, my brother. Like, you really didn't have to do that. And you did. Stay positive through adversity. and keep going, bro. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna let y'all know. Adin Ross took care of me. He blessed me with what he said he was gonna do, and put me onto some crypto shit. To me, that's a stand-up guy. I don't know Adin Ross. He don't know me. But guess what? He my brother now. And guess
Yo, am I wrong for just staring at her mouth? Am I wrong for staring at her mouth? And then her tongue, I don't know. She got a real fat tongue, bro. And she got a nice mouth, but I don't want to take this show left. Pops! 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 Yo, the whole time she talking, hold on, bro. Just look at the oral pause.
and put me onto some crypto shit. To me, that's a stand-up guy. I don't know Adin Ross. He don't know me. But guess what? He my brother now.
You have that tongue. She got a fat tongue, man.
And guess what? I still stand on what I said about him. I don't give a fuck. I'm a black woman, but I'm on Adin's side because we tired of these industry plants. This year alone, Doechii had millions of streams removed because of bots. You know what I'm saying? On Spotify. And so did her whole other teammates on that label that either are still with TDE or left. They all had bots. All didn't have to do that. And you did. Stay positive through adversity and keep going, bro.
Yeah, she got a nice mouth, bro. I ain't even gonna cap to you, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Hey, Ross, cut that mouth a check. Yo, hey, listen. Y'all feel me in here. Y'all feel me in here, man. She'll give you that Mercedes-Benz Superdome and season your food right, nigga. She got it. She got collards, fried fish, and spaghetti in the fridge right now. Yeah. Ain't seen that. So yeah, I gotta drop something on you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She eat it off the bone. Okay, she got you. She the type have you waking up 7:30 taking a jet to school. Ain't like that black good. Hey, yeah. Listen, all I'm saying is Aiden donated money to the right people so far. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say salute to Aiden Ross, but salute to old girl with the fat tongue. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say that, and I want to leave it at that. But salute to her. She got a mouth on her. You feel me? And we got academics. Let me see. I think he's saying low key the same thing I was saying. So I'm gonna hold on. Let me make sure we get this on the screen because I feel like one thing I'm gonna always give Aiden. He stick with what he said. Man, listen, dog. Old girl had that mouth on her, bro. She had that mouth. But let me stop. I really need to get focused. My bad, guys. It's the flesh. And here's academic. I think academic saying the same thing I was saying.
Her red flag is straight men. Go let the body boy them go defend you. Me not defend you. Make the body man them defend you. Your red flags is straight men. I'm a straight man. So when you get in trouble, if I told y'all that I don't like gang members, and then you see me getting jumped by a bunch of KKK niggas, and you say, you know what? You say you don't like gang members. We're all Crips. We're walking the next way. I'll be like, I understand. I said I don't like y'all niggas. I see why y'all just walked away. Her red flag is straight men. She needs to go call the bottom on them for go defend her. Why Saucy Santana not talking about this? I checked out when she said this. Peace. Listen to her red flag. It disqualified me from ever being a white knight for a woman like this.
What's my
nigga?
I agree. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. And let me go down. Let me see. You see Joe. Yeah. If you go back yesterday, I got a bunch of stuff on my page about Joe Preston Act. I did a little short stream yesterday about Joe Preston Act. So yeah, we covered that yesterday. I want to make sure I covered that yesterday. The numbers did really, really good. I want to say I got over 11,000. I got 11.6K views just off of yesterday alone. off the topic. So yeah, we definitely got a lot of love off that. Hold on. My niece is texting me. Let me check. Oh wow, whew. But I got scared. My niece is she's not only a Doechii fan, but she's a soon to be college graduate. So anytime she hit me up while I'm streaming, I think she about to come in here and start regulating. She just turned 21 2 days ago. So I seen a text message from her. I'm like, oh shit, she about to kick my back in. So nah, thank God. She seemed like a Larry June post from TikTok. So that's what's up. But I want to play this. Because I don't think this video has gotten out a lot, and I want to give you guys some context. Yeah. Miami game starting. We're gonna lock into that in a second. I got a bet on that shit too. But guys, hey, watch this. Watch this though.
Guys, Doechii came at me first. I want to make that very clear. I'm on my own business and shit like that. She came at me very first. And you guys can say it wasn't intended to. It was. Complex posted that. These major PR places, they have a whole PR team chat. They tell Complex and shit what to post. That was a PR hit piece against me. Facts. Chat.
Adin Ross is lying. No, Doechii's new song was never about him. The lyrics in question, Doechii brings up people calling her an industry plant, as well as a reference to chat, because the lie that Doechii is an industry plant never came from Adin Ross, because Adin Ross has never came up with an original idea in his life. He is a grifter who is just going to echo the things his misogynistic and racist chat want to hear. And Adin Ross was not the only streamer that said these things. DJ Academics, XQC, and many others did too. So how did this narrative spread about this new Doechii song being about Adin Ross? Well, it actually came from the Twitter account known as Fearbuck, the biggest streaming clipping page on the entire platform, who made this viral tweet less than 40 minutes after the release of Doechii's new song. But what a lot of people don't know is this Twitter account, Fearbuck, originally started off as an Adin Ross fan page. I think he deleted a lot of his earlier tweets, but the earliest ones I could find were from late 2023, where you see him fanning over Adin Ross. He even tweeted that Adin Ross sent him $4,000 in Ethereum. I don't know what for, but that's a little suspect and shows that they did have some type of relationship. Look, I don't have direct proof that Adin Ross pays this account to frankly tweet false narratives about people in order to keep him relevant. But it should be noted, Adin Ross is in a current lawsuit with Stake.com as well as Drake, where they are being accused of funneling money from Stake to finance artificial streaming bots. And funny enough, in the past, Fearbuck was sponsored by Stake.com. It's just hard for me to believe that all of these people aren't connected in some way.
See, that's what I want to show you. See, this whole Doechii shit, to me, honestly, bro, I feel like Adin Ross tried to victimize himself, and to be completely honest, she didn't come at him. And I was saying that all the way to last week. She didn't come at him. And I think this is gonna be like the last thing we touch on this topic about. But I want to play this really quick, man, because
obviously should be for the Adin Rosses and the Neons and what other streamers have built up their audience by degrading the Black community and particularly Black women. All that energy should be for them, but that's equal energy for all the people who have empowered and supported and uplifted the Adin Rosses that have allowed them to feel comfortable enough to insert themselves in our culture in order to justify degrading a woman, and then know that a Black man is going to have his back by shitting on another Black man and then saying, I'll go ahead and call the other one on your behalf. And that's Wack 100. So when you're throwing in the Young Thugs and the Kodak Blacks and the Drakes or the athletes like an Antonio Brown who are sitting next to Adin Ross while he continues to shit on Black people and okay it and normalize it, Adin Ross doesn't feel like this because he's white. Adin Ross feels like this because he has the support. Maybe there's some Black women, I haven't seen it, but particularly from Black men in order to do this. I'm sorry, I just gave you a list. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna make this particular, and I'm gonna go back to Wack 100, which is what I was saying. What a part of this that is missing. When Doechii, Adin Ross has continuously degraded Black women. Cardi, Doechii, Meg, the list goes on and on and on. So you in the clip that was just played, he called Doechii smelly, he took back fat, he called her dumb, he called her a bitch, all of these things, right? And this isn't a one-off. He continuously does this. He does this in this clip. He does it while he's sitting next to a black man. Doechii comes out with a song, never calls Adin Ross by name. She just references being called an industry plant. He takes that as, oh, she's directly talking about me, because as in that clip, he calls her a bot, and he's saying that she's an industry plant. There's no way she's not successful, that she was able to get the accolades that she has, and the followers, and the money, and the attention, and all of that. So he thinks, oh, she must be talking about me. So he comes out with this diss song. What happens? Glasses Malone, as he should, is like, shut the fuck up, and let me tell you why, and don't ever talk this way again. And if you do, I promise it's going to be exactly how he says in that clip. Adin Ross calls Wack 100 somebody of the culture and says, hey, man, this guy Glasses, who Wack 100 then explains who Glasses is. This guy Glasses and Trap are talking about me. I need you to have my back. Wack 100 is like, don't fucking pay attention to Trap. He ain't nobody. Okay, so Adin Ross is laughing at him. So now I don't know anything about Trap, but he's shitting on this black man and then allowing Adin Ross to do the same thing, which he does when he gets off the phone with Wack 100, and then he allows his audience to do it.
Okay, pause. My thing is this: we can't always play identity politics with people. Like, sometimes we can't play identity politics, and we gotta understand when we don't have to unify every time people are arguing with niggas. Right? Like, everything isn't a civil rights fight. Everything isn't like we got to band together like Voltron because somebody's coming at one black person. Like, no, let people handle let people fight their own battles, my nigga. That's how I kind of see it.
So again, he is normalizing the behavior to belittle the black community, black men, black women, then says, oh, Glasses is family, I'll go ahead and talk to him. In no way in that conversation does Wack 100 hold Adin Ross accountable for how he's talked about Doechii. He doesn't even ask, hey, why does Glasses have a problem with you? What's the deal? In no way he takes the word of Adin over everybody else. Know it. So whether it's a black man, a black woman,
that's going to do that, right? Because the black man that is standing up for black women, it is. There's a black man that is standing up for black women. There's a black man, and I would say a black man that a lot of other times we ain't got no use for, not pure enough for us, not perfect enough for us, don't work for us, got too many bad opinions. But when you need somebody to go in somebody's mouth over something, that's the type of nigga you're gonna call. That's the kind of guy that's gonna do that, right? Because a lot of your other suit wearing guys not gonna do that. There's a black man that's standing up for a black woman. We are having this conversation because a black man said enough. Now, if we want to have another conversation where we talk about all of the insufficiencies and the weaknesses that exist in black men, that is completely okay. I was not going to discuss that without talking about the fact that part of the reason why Adin Ross feels so comfortable doing that is because it's been codified by some black men. You can't have a conversation without talking about that. But right now, to me, the conversation with Wack, that didn't even work. It's like, there are a lot of ways and places that you could criticize Wack. In this situation, Wack picked up the phone. I talked to Glasses. It didn't even go that way. That's not even what happened. Glasses and Wack had a conversation. Wack wasn't even on it like that. I have no connection to Wack. Don't know Wack like that at all. No, in no way, shape, or form. Like, in no way, shape, or form. In no way. I'm not about to defend nobody that I'm not defending him in any type of way. I'm not defending any of the guys that are alongside Adin Ross. If we want to have a conversation about black men and about the way we treat black women, like I said before, I'm here for it. The conversation right now is about this white boy that called this woman a smelly bitch.
You can't talk.
And to me, what we end up doing in perpetuity, and I got to be honest with the audience, man. I have to be honest with you guys. In the past, I haven't. I'm sick and fucking tired of being a cultural whipping board.
What?
Every single fucking time. I'm
Why
over that.
on earth would you put yourself in the same? I am talking about a particular.
No,
but you're not all the same. You're not all the same.
In this situation right here, it is a black man that is coming to the defense.
Two things can be true. Two things can be true. Two things can be true. Glasses is not. I literally just up Glasses. I literally just said every single word he said. Both things can be true.
You spent a lot more time talking about the black man that
because you have to talk about why Adin. Why you have to talk about why is Glasses talking about this? Who is Glasses talking about? Why is he talking about this person? Why does this person like this? The fact that you are even putting yourself in a bucket, I'm not generalizing black men, I'm talking about a particular type of black man. Right. You have to be able to separate it. If you were talking about a particular type, I'm not saying
say it, finish the sentence.
If you were talking about a particular type of black woman, I wouldn't necessarily, I don't think that I'm like that. The fact that you're turning this into a black man, black woman thing, you can't talk about Adin Ross without talking about that he has been empowered by a particular group of black men. That ain't you.
Okay.
I like what Van Lathan is doing. And if you peep what Van Lathan is doing, Van Lathan is pretty much telling her, you can't pick and choose what type of black man you need in certain instances when things rub you the wrong way. These are the same black men that even probably she shitted on. I think that's why he's saying this. And you can't turn this into an identity politic issue. Because like I said, like Ack said, like a lot of you guys in the chat said, this is more of a gender issue than a racial issue. This is more of an issue on gender and sexuality than it is on a black and white issue. And I feel like what Rachel's doing is conflating the initial conversation at hand to victimize the black community. And I think Van Lathan is like, yo, we got to call a thing a thing. We got to be honest about how we treat our black men from other walks of life and how we use them to our convenience when we want to make a point.
That's not Glasses.
So let me
That's why
ask you a question.
Glasses stood on business and talked about it in this way.
I appreciate that. Give me the specific type of black woman that I could talk about.
I don't know. I got to sit and think about an example of how I wouldn't be.
Because that's not true.
Okay, Van, I don't want to turn it into this. I'm just going to let you talk.
Because that's not true. What you just said, give me the specific type of black woman that I can hold up to criticism and say black woman.
Okay, I'm not a black woman. Okay, well, we talked about it on this podcast. I'm not a black woman who's going to glorify.
And that's another thing. And I think also Van saying is like, yo, everybody is susceptible to criticism. And just because you are a black woman does not mean you cannot be criticized by any and everybody. Nobody should be off limits from criticism. Nobody should be a protected class from criticism. You can't get mad at the small hats when you can't criticize them. But then you say, oh, we can't criticize the community. We can't criticize women. We can't criticize black women. Like, no, everybody can get the smoke. Everybody can get the smoke. And we're not going to play the liberal game where certain people are off limits, because certain people aren't off limits, especially when they go out of their way to disrespect or alienate a certain group of people.
There are black women who do that. And if you said that, I wouldn't say you're talking about me, because I know that's not me.
But you know what though? I wouldn't do that. So the reality,
we wouldn't be having a topic, and you wouldn't say that there are black women who do this. We literally kind of
hold on, wait a second. If I'm talking about a black woman that holds up whiteness, I'm saying Candace Owens, and I'm saying only Candace Owens, right? Let me finish this. I'm saying, and I apologize to the listeners for cutting Rachel off. If I'm talking about a black woman that upholds whiteness, I'm saying Candace Owens, and I'm talking about Candace Owens. I'm saying Sage Steele, and I'm talking about Sage Steele. I'm saying Doechii lady, and I'm talking about her, and I'm being specific in my criticism about her. And I'm not gonna say, hey, we need to talk about these black women that go around because if I wanted to talk about it, Omarosa, Diamond and Silk, like whoever, a litany of them.
You would name them.
Like a litany of them. I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna talk about them. I am not going to connect any of what they got going on to being black ladies, because the moment that you do that, the conversation is going to fall apart. Now, let me say this.
I totally listed off black men, but keep going.
Let me say this. What do I understand that there's a difference here? That there's a difference when having this conversation in the frustration that black women feel with black men. I do. I completely understand it. I do. You didn't say rappers. You didn't say streamers. You said the other black men. And guess what? I did too. I said Young Thug. I said Kodak. I said Antonio Brown. I said Drake. I said the black man sitting next to him. I know. But like this conversation, and we can run it back or look at it or whatever you're talking, we have to talk about the black man. We always have to talk about the black man. Even in this situation where a black man is the hero of the story. It's important to understand that the main takeaway is that black men are responsible for this. And look, I'm sorry. I apologize to the audience. I do. I culturally think with a collectivist mindset. I shouldn't. Culturally, I think with a collectivist mindset. I think if you say something and then you say black women, I go, wait a minute. If you say something and you say black fathers, I go, wait a minute. The only time that wait a minute is improper is when you're talking about black men. And then I'm just supposed to go, as much as I've done it and as much as we all have to do it, we have to take stock. I'm supposed to go, yeah, they're not talking about me. It's hard to do. I apologize to the audience. I apologize to Rachel. I don't mean to be overbearing. It's hard to do, especially in this situation right here. I've acquiesced to that. I understand the criticism, but like the black man is the hero of the story if you call this being a hero.
He has a good point. I appreciate what Van Lathan is pretty much saying. Van Lathan is kind of like, hey, dog, we can't be the hero and the villain of this story. You can't say black men enabled this, but the black man kind of quieted down what was going on, bro. Like what? And people like Rachel, and I don't have any problem with Rachel, but a lot of these liberal women and liberal people will always find a way to make black men the center of the issue simultaneously while they are the person who is solving the problem. And like what he said, if I want to talk about cancels, I want to talk about these other people, we have to have these particular reasonings why. But when it comes to black men or, black fathers or certain things, it's such a general umbrella element of blame that you put on niggas. But when it comes to women, we have to have certain particular guidelines in order to give them a level of criticism. And I think that's a double standard. And I want to say salute Van Lathan because he didn't disrespect his co-host. And I feel like he made his point without like disrespecting her or like overriding what she's trying to say. And I think this, when you do have debates with women online, there is a very fine line between overpowering them with your voice and letting their voice be heard. So I want to say salute Van Lathan, salute to his co-host Lindsay and their platform. I think that was very that was probably one of the best conversations I've heard about this topic. By far. This is one of the best conversations I heard about this topic. Let's go to your boy Jim Jones and your other boy Cameron, because these niggas been beefing as well. Jim Jones and Cameron have been beefing. So pretty much Jim Jones goes off on Cameron because Cameron was posting a meme about having no heat with the rent due. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent jumped in and let me see if you guys can you guys see this? Let me see if I put this on the main